Feedback for Writing and Language Teachback Video 2. Alright, thank you for your teachback. So some positive things that I noticed in this teachback was that you were extremely energetic and you engaged the students quite a bit. You had a nice banter going back and forth with them. It's also extremely evident that you have a grasp of the content that's being tested on this exam. You provided a bunch of information throughout the questions regarding the questions themselves and regarding grammar terms. Unfortunately, however, the amount of content that you knew actually came across at certain points as condescending. For example, when you explained the difference between BC and BCE, and also when you are throwing out a whole bunch of different grammar terms that aren't actually necessary for the student to know on this exam. We don't want students to feel bombarded by the amount of information that's being tested, so emphasizing things like saying, well, it's clearly a singular possession, or saying that BCE is before Common Era, does that make sense to you, may put off certain students from wanting to engage in the classroom. In addition, the amount of information that you provided also meant that you weren't really utilizing the Socratic method. Remember, you want to ask students questions. You don't want to just tell them information. So if the questions don't start with, what do we know? What can we figure out next? Where can we go from here? I don't really want them to come out of your mouth. The board work also did not improve on this teachback. You still failed to point out why all answers were wrong. You didn't say what was changing in the answer choices. And you didn't write down what the question was testing. While it's all well and good to say these things out loud in the class, you need to also put them on the board. So if a student has to exit the room for a moment, they can come back and know what they missed. So in order to be certified, I need you to emphasize the strategy while using the Socratic method. Not only will this help your pacing, but it should also help students have more confidence in the material itself. Thanks.